Oh, just woke up this morning. Had a cold night. We don't have any blankets yet, so we have a double sheet. And then we have Morgan poking her cold legs around, and that's what we have for warmth. Go find some cheetahs. Morgan and I, we just went on our first safari. We saw a cheetah eating a
baby impala.
She's a young female, yeah. Very, very young. That's about maybe, yeah, I might say maybe over 15 minutes ago.
It was crazy, and it was only like 20 feet away from us.
If that. We got so close. When the guy, he was like, oh, look, there it is. I was like, where is it? I can't see it. Because I was looking too far away. It was like right in front of us.
They also told us that if you start to run away, it will think you're prey and it will eat you. So what the rangers do here is they carry a big club. So if you start to run away, they hit you in the kneecaps so that you fall on the ground so that cheetahs won't kill you.
It's not actually.
I'm pretty sure.
But that's what he told us.
That is the
story
truth.
he told
That
us.
is the truth. The rangers will kneecap you if you try to run away.
And we got our own private tour basically, because I think this is the lowish season and there was nobody else here.
Where are we, Morgan?
Oh, we are at Okijanga Lodge. They have about 20,000
hectares.
They have a lot of land. It's all owned by Okijanga, but the Africat Foundation, which is the foundation that rehabilitates cheetahs and lets them loose into the wild and does a lot of education and conservation work, they like work in Okijanga, and Okijanga like supports them. So that's who we got our safari guide from, and we got to see a cheetah.
It was really cool. They have a tracker on the cheetah's neck, and they like zone in on it like a metal detector.
It was a telemetry device, one that I've actually used when I was tracking birds.
It was really cool. Let me show you around. This is our tent pickup truck. Our tent is mounted on the back of a diesel Toyota Helix, which is totally cool. Makes a little canopy. Right now, here is our really unorganized back of the truck, and this thing folds out, and this is where we're going to be staying for the next 2-3 weeks. 2 weeks in a bit.
So Austin and I are at the Cheetah Conservation Foundation, and we walked up just in time to get a little introduction by the head
cheetah ranger.
The head cheetah
zookeeper
person.
Rehabilitator.
Yes. So she works hands-on every day with all of the captive cheetahs that aren't going to be released, and she fed them. They feed them in these like big bowls, these big metal bowls, and they feed them haunches and ribs of horses and donkeys, from like retired horses and donkeys from local farms. We got to ask her a lot of questions about cheetahs and their population, how they're doing, and then she told us that I asked about the genetic stability of the cheetahs and their populations, and apparently this is the place where they keep the stud book for all the cheetahs in the entire world in captivity. The stud book keeps track of basically which cheetahs have mated with who and where their kids go, to help promote genetic diversity and make sure that the cheetahs aren't interbreeding, to help with the population. She said there's about 7,000 cheetahs in the world, and about 1,000 or so of them are in captivity, and they're endangered but not critically endangered.
On a rotational basis, just depends on the day.
Okay.
And they can have it as treats or for enrichment, but generally they just get the muscle meat. Like
Okay.
I can touch them. They'll let me put eye drops in, ear drops,
Okay.
touch my teeth, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But then the cheetah keepers, we do work free contact, which means we work inside with them.
Okay. Wow.
And they put it back in the bowl.
Proceed with caution. Yeah, but whenever you decide to rematerial.
We're headed off to Waterberg. It is a giant plateau national park. We're gonna probably visit there for 2 or 3 hours and then head on up to Astocia Park.
Yay.
She's actually excited, I promise.
He's got pretty good street smarts. He's actually
Takes a while.
Do we look like tourists? We look a lot like tourists. Morgan's put on copious amounts of sunscreen, and I have a stupid looking hat. We're about to hike up to a cool viewpoint. This is Waterberg. It's a giant plateau right in the center of Namibia. Here we are at the top.
And we had to walk through an entire troop of baboons. And there were, you know, a couple like looking males, potentially, a bunch of females with babies nursing, and now grooming each other. And we got a little nervous.
We got really nervous.
We picked up a stick.
Whoa. So right now we are standing on the edge of the plateau in Waterberg.
So, if you can see, the trees right around the edge of the plateau are very green compared to the ones further away. And this is because the rocks on the top of the plateau are really porous, so the water when it rains just goes right through it. And the ones at the base are like clay and very solid, so no water gets through. So the water, instead of going into the ground, it seeps through the plateau and then out into all the trees that surround the plateau.
This is the trail we should have been on instead of that trail over there.
Yep, looks like it. We took a detour, but we saw lots of monkeys, baboons, and rock hyraxes, and a kudu, and a dik-dik that let us get really close.
That is so crazy. This is all bamboo. And there's a little bridge under a tunnel. I left Morgan because she was taking way too long, because every bird she sees she has to stop, look at with the binoculars for a minute, and then pull out her book for the next 5 minutes and find it in her book. So I ditched her. I hope there's no jaguars around here. Not jaguars, leopards. Leopards around here.